Instead of talking about my issues, like I said, I'd like to talk about your issues, but I do want to start off and just talk about one of the major priorities that we're making in our campaign. And to start off, I'd like to ask you all a question. I'd like to ask everyone who is happy with the conduct of the Congress and our government, raise your hands. All right, okay, no hands. How about people that are frustrated with Congress, raise your hands. Okay. Bad news is frustration is everywhere. The good news, you're among the majority. We all have that same frustrating view of what's going on in our government. You and I are angry at what Congress is doing, not doing, bickering among themselves, being very partisan, making things an issue about certain issues that really aren't the issue. We're tired of it, and we need to do something about it. All the yelling, all the polarization, all the dividing has paralyzed Congress. And they're not helping us do and address the issues that we're concerned about. So what's happened? Why has this changed? And can it be fixed? Well, there's a secret that DC, the Congress, the government does not want you to know. And that secret is there are no, emphasize, no red and blue states. There aren't any. And in fact, what there is moderate people who are addressing the issue who don't fit into conservative, liberal, to left and right. Moderate people who are looking at the issues and looking for help that isn't coming from Congress. Our elected officials are polarized partisans. They are polarized partisans, not because we are. We're not. But they are polarized because they have been driven to it for one reason, and that reason is money. Have you ever thought about the fact that we have all these burning issues that we all are committed to one way or another? Abortion, gay rights, immigration, guns. Those are supposedly the big issues, and yet, do you see any legislation being passed that addresses any of them one way or another? The answer is no. It doesn't happen. And why doesn't it happen? For one very simple 5-letter word: money. Issues are kept alive so that they can raise money. People are divided so that when you have people against each other, you can raise money. Those issues by our elected officials are issues they do not want to solve. And what happens is that the issues that are really on our minds get ignored. The incumbents spend so much of their time fundraising, by the way, so do candidates, spend so much of their time fundraising, they're not doing their job, they're not traveling back to the district, they're not listening to the people, they're not addressing the issues, and we have a congressman that fits in every respect to that mold of not coming back, not listening, and not doing his job, providing constituent service, not doing what a congressman should do. We have the best government money can buy. The person who spends the most money wins the race. This system has to be changed. Bill Bradley, the basketball star, senator, ran for president. What he said is very true. Trying to take money out of politics is like trying to take jumping out of basketball. The way our politics is today, we have a dirty business. We have a dirty sport. We have to change the rules. Elections need to be about voters and their issues, not about lobbyists and their money. It is the responsibility of us to change that. We need to make sure that the congressmen and congresswomen and senators come home, listen, address the issues, and go back to Congress and do something about the issues that concern us. We need to be in a position where we get moderates back into the voting booth. 140,000 registered voters in the 5th District did not vote in the last 2006 election. Why didn't they vote? The majority of them were independents, many of them were Republicans and Democrats. They didn't have a choice. They did not see a person putting out a position that was along with their moderate feelings. We have to get a system where people, elected officials, serve the public, serve the will of the people, not serving the biggest donors. Compromise, common good, consensus, those have become bad words, but they're not bad words. They've never been bad words in the past. That has always been what emerged most of the time from Congress in the past. Compromise, consensus, and recognizing people's will. Yesterday, the Congress voted on $50 billion for the Iraqi war. Along with that was a timetable. The polls say that 70% of the American people want a timetable to withdraw, to redeploy from Iraq. What was the percentage of the vote? Almost 50-50. Our voice is not being heard. Making our voice heard, getting money out of politics is a major priority of this campaign, and as your congressman, your next congressman, that will be a major priority. Politics for far too long has been the politics of the right and left. It needs to be the politics of right and wrong. Thank you.